to YouTube. I just started to stream. Happy December 22nd. 3 more days until Christmas. And I am in here to help you guys understand something, right? So, those of you that are part of DCT, I want you guys to know that what I will be sharing today will be I think, the 10th day of the 12 days of Christmas celebration that I'm having for you guys, where I'm offering you a bunch of free resources that you can use to help elevate your business. All right. So it's super early in the morning because I have a lot to do today because I did tell you it's December 22nd, right? So what I want to do is just jump right into this. If you guys have any questions, please bring your questions over to YouTube. Easier to answer over there. All right. Those of you that are on TikTok, come over to Coco Twins at YT and watch this live over there. All right. Make sure you guys are interacting with this live. Make sure you're sharing it out. Make sure you are commenting. Make sure you are reacting. So that way this gets pushed out to other people. All right. Go ahead and let me know in the chat how you're doing. Just need to do a quick check in to see how everybody is doing. To see how everybody. Perfect. My sound is good. All right. Just doing a quick check in. Good day. Good day. Good morning, Diane. I got your message. Samela, good morning. Judy, good morning. All right. Before we get started, I do want to tell you guys this. You are valuable simply because you exist in this day and time. That's it. That's all. You have purpose because you exist in this day and time. All right. One of the things that I want to tell you guys about how to get unstuck is to believe that. You have to believe that about yourself. If you want to get unstuck, you have to have the audacity to believe in yourself, even when other people do not believe in you. All right. Also, note this: you do not have to accept the truth of anyone else as your own truth. What does that mean? That means you do not have to accept somebody's negativity as your own. You do not have to adopt it as your truth. You can leave it in their court. You do not need to make space for their negativity. Will there be people that don't like what you create? Absolutely, all day, every day. That's part of the game, right? But we're not creating for those who don't get us. We're creating for those who do. All right. So we're going to start moving through our practice with purpose and with a grateful and abundant mindset that's set on honoring our gift and not honoring the negativity of other people or honoring the fear that may be within you. All right. And to be very honest with you, almost everybody has fear when it comes to presenting their gift to other people, because presenting what you know how to do and what you like to do to people is a very vulnerable practice, right? And sometimes people don't respect vulnerability. They look at vulnerability as a weakness, right? And they try to take advantage of it, try to exploit it, try to mistreat you, try to do all types of things, right? That's the nature of humanity. That's how people are. If you want to really succeed in the space of business, start studying the mindset of people. You'll learn a lot about yourself. and you'll also learn a lot about other people. All right. Be easy on yourself and show yourself some grace. All right. So for Christmas, what you guys can do is go ahead and get a really pretty box, right? Get a really pretty bow. What you're going to put inside of that box that you're going to open up for yourself on Christmas Day is a letter to yourself. Write a letter to yourself and then unwrap it on Christmas Day as a gift from you to you. Because moving forward, you're going to do better, right? All the stuff that you did prior to 0617 a.m. or 061700 hours, because I'm military, prior service military on December 22nd, we're no longer doing. We're going to leave those things in the past. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get unstuck, finish that project using ChatGPT. All right. So for the few of you that are on at this early hour in the morning, go ahead and give me a one in the chat if you find yourself getting stuck with a lot of projects. Give me a one in the chat if you find yourself getting stuck with a lot of projects. Let me know. All right. Quanda, yes. All right. Yes, yes. Samela, yes. You get stuck. I'm going to show you guys how to use ChatGPT to get unstuck, but I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT in a different way. Because what I think you're missing is a framework, FRAMEWORK. What you're creating is absolutely gorgeous, but people don't see it. And the reason why people don't see it is because you're creating in the wrong direction. You're starting with the what and the how and not the why and the who. All right? You're starting with the what and the how and not the why and the who. So what does that mean? Bring this over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right. So what do I mean by that? Let me go up here because I got this all written up for you guys, right? So what is the framework for? All right. So my 5-point creative framework, and yes, it's built into this GPT. All right. So my 5-step framework. As a matter of fact, we could just go ahead and just do this because I'm going to change the name of this. All right. So if you're on this live and you want to give this a try while we're on this live, feel free. But I will be changing the name of this GPT. So DCT will have access to it. All right. So what do I mean by starting with the who and not the how or the what? I mean, who are you creating for? So many of you guys start with creating digital download products by going straight into Midjourney, ChatGPT, DALL-E, Ideogram, Leonardo, all the tools that you use, and you start creating. But who are you creating for? Who are you creating for? Are you creating for yourself? Because you know what you want and you know what you want to see and you know what you want to do with it. But are you creating for the other person? You have to start with who are you creating for? So this is my 5-point creative framework that we talked about on Friday, DCT, during our Q&A session. So who are we creating for? This is your audience deep dive. Identify the people who will benefit most from your work. Picture them in your mind. Are they busy parents, ambitious entrepreneurs, curious learners, right? So you have to know who you are starting with, and this GPT is going to help you with that. I hope you guys didn't think I was just going to send you out there and say, go figure that out. No, we're going to use ChatGPT to figure this out, right? The next thing is your why. So why are you doing this? What pain points are you solving for the people you're creating for? So what makes your audience groan, facepalm, or procrastinate? Find their problem, obsess over their problem, and understand how it disrupts their life. This step is your empathy building exercise. So when you enter the space of making offers, not selling things, but making offers, make sure you enter the space from a sense of empathy. You're there to solve problems for other people. So examples of that: fitness enthusiasts struggling to find quick and effective 15-minute workouts, small business owners overwhelmed by social media content planning, Teachers needing visual, exciting templates for lesson slides. So if I were entering this space and my target audience are high school teachers who need engaging lessons, lesson tools, and I wanted to help or I wanted to create a solution to their pain point, I may use AI to create visually exciting templates. I'm not going to start creating templates and not know who I'm creating them for, right? I know I'm creating them for teachers. So, step one in the 5-point creative process in the creative framework, who are you creating for? What Number two, what pain point are you solving for them? Number three, how can you solve it using what you love to do? This is where you tie it all together. So match your passions and skills with the pain points you uncovered. This is your sweet spot where your talents make their lives easier. The bonus, you'll actually enjoy creating the solution, which will make it very easy for you to see your project through. Because not only are you creating with a purpose, you're creating using tools and you just enjoy creating because you're creating from your sweet spot. So, examples: are you passionate about fitness? Create a series of short workout videos. Do you love design? Build a social media content calendar template. Are you obsessed with storytelling? Make interactive lesson stories for teachers. All right. Now we're going to get into what to create. You see there, a lot of you start with what to create. You don't start with solving into what you know how to do already. You start here, creating. You start with creating a digital course with 10 short workouts, right? But for who? Who in the fitness space am I creating these short workouts for, right? It's easier to communicate the value of what you're offering to people when you start with who you're creating for. When you start with who you're creating for, then your messaging is very different. It will allow you to position your digital download product in a way that is very relatable for the people who you are intended or who you created this for, the intention behind creating it. All right. If you guys have questions about what I'm saying right now, make sure you post them in the chat and I'll do my best to answer them. All right. Another example, a Canva template pack for social media posts, right? Some of you will start creating social media or faceless content, social media templates. And who are you creating them for? Why are you creating them, right? A downloadable PDF with lesson plans and activities for who, right? You start with number four instead of with number one. Then, then once you know who you're creating for, how you're solving their pain point, uh, how you can use what you love to do to solve their pain point, and what can you create? Now you go into how. This is when you pull out your Canva, your Midjourney, your ChatGPT DALL-E, your Leonardo. A lot of you start with number five. You don't start with solving pain points for other people. All right. So this is where you go. How will you create it using your tool stack? Your tool stack are the tools that you know how to use, right? Time to gear up. Decide on the tools and platforms to make your creation a reality. Canva, WordPress, Notion, or your trusty notebook. Pick what works for you, right? Examples: record workout videos on your phone, edit with CapCut, and share via YouTube. Design social media templates in Canva and sell them on Etsy. Write lesson plans in Google Docs and distribute via pay teachers. It's easier when you go that way, right? Now, what I'm going to show you, and I'm just going to start a new conversation, a new chat, is how you could do that with ChatGPT. So this GPT called Finish What You Start, the name will change so that way I can give it to DCT. But while you guys are on this live, you can copy the code and give it a try. All right. But you may end up not being able to use it later on. So use it while you can. Those of you that are on TikTok, if you head over to YouTube, you can grab this link. All right. So I just put it in the chat over on YouTube. So the Finish What You Start GPT is a GPT I created to act as a creative AI coach that helps you go from concept to completed digital product without getting stuck using the framework that I just shared. All right. So if you want to finish it, finish what you start, right? You want to start with brainstorming ideas. That's great. If you have your idea in place and you want to create a framework, there you go. If you need to validate your idea, there you go. If you need step by step, because that's how your brain works, there you go. All right. I'm going to go ahead and select create a framework. And what it's going to do is acknowledge my input. And it says, let's build you a winning framework to bring your project to life. We'll follow a simple yet effective 5-step process. Each step builds on the last, so by the end, you'll have a roadmap to guide you from idea spark to project glory. Here's how it works. So the 5-step, create a framework. Who are you creating for? You got to understand your audience and the goals. What pain points are you solving? Dig deep into their challenges or struggles. How can you solve it using what you love to do? Bring your passions into the mix. What can you create to solve this pain point? Dream big, but build practical. How will you create it using your tool stack, right? Identify the tools and processes you'll use to bring your project to completion. Is it Canva, Notion, Trello? It's whatever it is for you, right? Um, this framework is why I feel like there's no such thing as competition. None. Because if you follow this framework, it's really hard for you to truly mimic another person or another person to truly mimic you, right? Now, they may use the same tool stack and they may use the same idea for what to create, but the who they're creating for, the pain point that they're solving, and their passions do not match yours, right? This is how you can stand out from the crowd, is to simply be yourself. All right. Give me a one in the chat if you guys are understanding what I'm sharing right now. I don't want to move forward until I understand that you guys, or until I see that you guys understand what I am saying. Do you guys get it? Are you guys getting this? All right. You guys are getting this. All right, cool. All right. I know it's early and some of us don't want to touch the buttons, or we can't see the buttons because we don't have our glasses with us. But whatever, you just tap whatever you can find on the screen. Okay? Because I want to make sure that I am connecting with you, because my goal is to solve your pain point of not being able to complete these projects, and I have to make sure that you guys are understanding what I'm saying. All right? So, since it laid out the 5-step framework, it's going to ask me one question at a time. This is the beauty of AI and using AI as a coach. So let's start with step one. Who are you creating for? To help you think it through, here are 3 examples. I wrote this GPT to ask you one question at a time and to also provide 3 examples to help you answer and understand the question. All right. To help you think it through, here are 3 examples. Are you creating for an entrepreneur, creating a productivity app for busy freelancers, a teacher designing a digital course for parents of young learners, a graphic designer offering branding packages for small businesses, right? I'm going to go ahead and type something in here. I'm going to say, I am a member of a community called DCT, right? This is DCT. I'm just going to mark my place, right? So this is DCT because the system has to know. So those of you that belong to DCT or any MRR resource, you can do this very same thing. You just need the information from the MRR course. All right. All right. So Renee says some of us are getting that exercise while watching. Yes. And you type that on a treadmill, ma'am. Yes, she is serious about this. So I am a member of a community called DCT, and I want to share the value of DCT with my audience, right? So that's who I'm creating for. I'm going to go up to bit.ly. So as long as you have the information about the course. And this is why if you have an MRR course, make sure you always, always, always create a welcome packet or something that people can use in order to have information about your product. I'm just going to paste that link here because I'm logged in as a teacher over on Teachable, but I want you guys to see what it looks like when you come over to my link. And you can select Join DCT Fundamentals, which is the beginner's course, right? And as a matter of fact, I'm copy the link. Let me see if I can get it to do it with the link. So I'm going to come back here. Please visit this site, put the link in there, to learn about DCT. Go ahead and send it. Let's see if it searches the web. It's searching the web for that link. All right, so now it says, fantastic. Sharing the value of the DCT mentorship program with your audience is a noble endeavor. Let's dive into the first step of our framework to ensure your message hits home. So who are you creating for? Understanding your audience is crucial. Here are 3 detailed examples to help you define your target audience. So it wants to start by defining your target audience. Who are you offering access to DCT to, right? So DCT, if you're new, is my community called Digitally Integrated Art Lab by Coco Twins. It's abbreviated DCT, and we help people create digital generational wealth by building digital assets. What does that mean? That means we help you learn how to turn your creativity into cash, right? If you know how to use Canva, if you know how to use Suno, if you know how to use ChatGPT, if you know how to use Midjourney, we help you monetize those things, because there are a lot of us that did not or may not ever have the opportunity to leave our children physical assets like land and homes and different things like that. But that doesn't, we shouldn't count ourselves out the game, because in this day and age, your phone is digital realty. Your iPad is digital realty, right? How will you take up space on your phone and on your iPad? You create digital assets that solve pain points for other people. And the digital generational wealth, how that all ties together is those things that you create, you can actually leave to your children. That ebook you create, that book you post on KDP, that website you create, all of those digital assets can be handed down to your children. And then they can use what they know how to do, what they like to do, and use the digital assets you've provided to them, right? Your Canva subscription is not just a Canva subscription. It's a portfolio of digital assets, especially if you brought over your own AI designs, especially if you brought over your own hand-drawn art, especially if you brought over your own words. Those are digital assets. They're not just PNGs and PDFs. They are digital assets, right? Just like a home is an asset, your digital property is an asset as well. All right. So, who am I wanting to share DCT with, right? Understanding your audience is crucial. Here are 3 detailed examples to help you define your target audience. And if you guys can understand this, it'll be easy for you to share this with your children to help them be forward-thinking entrepreneurs themselves. All right. So, are they aspiring digital entrepreneurs, individuals eager to start an online business but lack the technical skills or knowledge to create digital products? Their needs may include guidance on digital product creation, marketing strategies, and access to user-friendly tools. Their challenges may be overwhelmed by the amount of information online. Information is cheap. If you are in a MRR resource and all they're doing is handing off information, that's something you can do with AI, but it's not a waste of money. It's a great investment. You just have to know how to tap into that MRR resource, all right? And how to turn brokered information into curated information. What does that mean? That means that the MRR, the person that created the MRR resource, may have went out and asked people to create videos for them. My hope is that they vetted the people out and they previewed their work before they just dropped a video into their MRR course. But if not, you still can, there's still a way to work around that stuff. All right. And you can take that information and then bring it into a GPT, into Chat GPT, into Claude, and have it convert into something else. But information is cheap, and brokering information is being able to connect with people and convince them to leave information in your space, right? So it's basically bringing people over into your apartment complex and giving them some place to stay. All right. Curating the information means that you've vetted the information, you've gone through the information. Not only do you understand what you have access to, but you're also able to communicate the value of that information. All right. So the challenges, the goals, they may want to launch a profitable digital product, achieve financial independence, and build an online presence. Or are they creative professionals seeking passive income? This is all stuff that people, these are some of the pain points that DCT can solve for people. All right. So are they artists, designers, or writers looking to monetize their skills through digital downloads? Their needs may include understanding of digital marketplaces, strategies to convert art into sellable digital products, and marketing techniques. Their challenges may be limited knowledge of digital platforms, fear of devaluing their work, and time constraints. Their goals may be to generate passive income, expand their audience, and diversify revenue streams. Educators transitioning to online content. Are they teachers or trainers aiming to offer courses or educational materials digitally? Their needs, tools to digitize content, knowledge of online teaching platforms and methods to engage a virtual audience. Are there challenges adapting traditional teaching methods to digital formats, learning new technologies, and reaching a broader audience? Their goals may be to share knowledge globally, create additional income sources, and stay relevant in the evolving educational landscape. Reflect on these examples and consider who exactly are they similar to any of the groups above, or do they have unique characteristics? The more specific you can be, the better you'll tailor your message with them. Once you've identified your target audience, we'll move on to step two. What pain point are you solving? This will help us address their specific needs and position the DCT mentorship program as the perfect solution. All right. So my target audience are people. Okay, let's do this. Let's explore a target audience of people 40 and over. Please give me 3 ideas for them, or three, we'll see if that take it. For them, let's see what it types out. So it says great choice. Yeah, it did it. So career changers or aspiring entrepreneurs, who are they? Who they are? Professionals in their 40s, 50s, and beyond who feel stuck in their current jobs or want to transition to a more fulfilling career path, needs clear guidance on starting a new venture or pivoting careers, resources to overcome fear of technology or feeling too old to start, community support to build confidence and connections. Their pain points may be fear of failure or financial instability, uncertainty about which skills are still relevant or in demand, overwhelmed by the digital world they didn't grow up with. That's huge. Goals: launch a new business, create additional income streams, or find work they're passionate about, gain modern skills and tools to remain competitive. Parents with grown kids seeking purpose, who they are: empty nesters who now have time to focus on their personal goals and passions. All right. If you are positioning DCT to career changers and to parents with grown kids, your message would be different. This is how you attract people, is in how you speak to them. Communication is key. Communication is key. All right. So their needs, a way to reconnect with their creativity or hobbies that can also generate income, mentorship programs to learn modern skills in a supportive environment, a way to feel relevant and engage with the community or a larger purpose. Their pain points may be feeling lost or uncertain after years of focusing on family, a gap in knowledge about how to monetize their interests or leverage digital tools, fear of stepping outside their comfort zone. Their goals turn a lifelong passion into a small business, feel confident and empowered as they enter this new phase of life. Or is your target audience experienced professionals seeking to monetize their expertise? Who they are, industry veterans who want to package their decades of knowledge into digital products, courses, or mentoring. HR people, nurses, doctors, lawyers, designers, educators, people who have decades of knowledge, right? You've already curated a lot of information and you've done it on the job. All of the information that you have curated for yourself on the job belongs to you, right? Proprietary information belongs to the job, but your understanding of the industry belongs to you, not to the job. So you can take that information and walk it over to wherever you want to walk it over to. Leave their proprietary information over there, but bring your industry knowledge to your own business. All right. Excuse me, y'all. Their needs. They may need help translating their expertise into sellable formats like ebooks, online courses, or consulting packages. They may need guidance on modern marketing strategies and digital tools. They may need a sense of community with like minded peers. Their pain points may be intimidated by online platforms and unsure how to start. They may fear, they may have a fear of not being able to compete with younger tech savvy professionals. But the one thing that I know, and I know what I know, and I didn't know this until I knew it, right? Until I learned it, is that people that are 40 and up actually have an edge over younger people because we have real world lived experience while a lot of them are speaking in, uh, you know, thoughts, ideas, right? We have practical application, they have theory. Very different, right? The person's pain point may also be struggling to see how their experience can translate into modern formats. The goal, become thought leaders in their field. Your brain is your $1 million business. Y'all heard me. I mean that with my whole heart. Your brain is your $1 million business. Your brain, right? You can become a thought leader in your field if you know how to tie it into what is happening right now, as far as presenting online courses, digital download products, and marketing and different things like that. All right. They may also have a goal of creating a legacy project while generating additional income. And I didn't know ChatGPT was going to say this. This is cool, right? So let's go ahead and pick an audience. I'm going to go ahead and say I want to go with number 3. These are the people that I want to talk to DCT about because these are the people that I feel like I would have the most in common with. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that. And keep in mind, this is a 5-step process. So now it's saying you've nailed a fantastic audience, experienced professionals with a wealth of expertise. Let's move to step 2. What pain point are you solving? The better we understand their challenges, the more we can position the DCT program as their ultimate solution. So the primary pain points for experienced professionals, navigating the digital landscape. They may be unfamiliar with Canva, Zoom, Teachable. The learning curve feels steep, especially with ever evolving tools and jargon. They may have imposter syndrome in a digital era. They fear the old school skills aren't relevant or competitive in today's fast paced online marketplace. They doubt whether their decades of expertise can translate into digital products that people will pay for. They may feel disconnected or overwhelmed. They lack a supportive community that understands both their challenges and potential. The vast amount of free but often confusing online advice feels unstructured and isolating. I love this. What the DCT mentorship program can solve: simplifies digital creation, offers step-by-step guidance to translate expertise into sellable formats like courses, consulting packages, or ebooks, focuses on practical tools and actionable frameworks, making it less intimidating, builds confidence, empowers them to see the value of their experience in the digital world, provides mentorship to reframe their knowledge as essential, helping them become thought leaders, creates a supportive network, connects them with like minded peers in a similar stage of life and career, offers direct access to mentors and community discussions for encouragement and accountability. This is what we do. This is what we do. Now it's saying, let's refine this further. What aspect of their struggle would you love to focus on most? For example, helping them learn tools, overcome fear, or connect with community. Once we narrow that down, we'll design an irresistible value proposition. How can you solve this using what you love to do? I love this GPT, right? So I'm going to come up here and say, let's see here. They have all of these pain points. So you can choose one, two, or all. It's up to you, or put something else in. This is why I love using AI as a coach, because it doesn't have the limitations that people have, right? So if you're talking to a real world coach, they may have limitations and they may be like, no, you need to narrow that down. While ChatGPT is like, nah, you don't need to narrow that down. Let me show you how to use the information that you have. All right. So it acknowledged my input by saying, got it. They're dealing with a trifecta of pain points: digital overwhelm, imposter syndrome, and isolation. That means the solution you offer needs to be comprehensive yet approachable, which is where the DCT mentorship program can truly shine. Let's move to step 3. How can you solve this using what you love to do? So here's where you connect their pain points with your strengths and passions. Y'all hear that, right? You connect the pain points of your target audience with your strengths and passions. Let's brainstorm ways you can personally bring value while leveraging the DCT framework. Here are 3 solution paths that you might love. So be their translator between the analog and digital worlds. What you do: break down the scary tech stuff into simple, actionable steps. Create content like webinars, guides, or tutorials that show them how to turn their expertise into tangible digital products. Why it works: you make the digital shift approachable, removing their intimidation and showing them that they don't need to be tech wizards, just consistent learners. Example focus areas you could cover: how to build a course using platforms like Teachable, a guide on creating a consultant package in Canva, step-by-step tutorials for beginner-friendly marketing tools like MailChimp. Maybe you do this and then you go ahead and you bring, uh-oh, what happened to my screen? Give me 1 second, y'all. I don't know what happened to my screen. It just jumped out of there. There we go. Okay, we're back. All right, I don't know why my camera lost, why I keep losing its, there we go. It must be rebooting itself. Let me go back to my screen. All right, let's see if it keeps jumping out. I may have to stop the share and just start it again. All right. All right, let me go ahead and stop the share. There we go. All right, so sorry about this, YouTube. The bottom corner is where my picture should be, but for some reason the camera decided to switch off. But we're going to keep going. All right. So let's see here. Be their confidence builder, right? What you do: inspire them to embrace their unique expertise as valuable and marketable in today's world. Share personal anecdotes or success stories to help them see themselves as thought leaders. Why it works: you help them push through imposter syndrome by reminding them that their decades of experience are exactly what sets them apart from younger competitors. Example focus areas you could cover: how to frame their expertise as a niche authority, sharing relatable stories of others who started later and succeeded, building an expert portfolio of testimonials and accomplishments. Be their community builder. What you do: facilitate spaces where these professionals can connect, share their journeys, and keep each other motivated. You could lead mastermind groups, mentorship cohorts, or create private digital communities. Why it works? People are more likely to succeed when they're part of a group that shares their goals and challenges. You give them the gift of connection. Example, focus areas you could cover: host accountability sessions for progress on their digital products, providing a platform for members to showcase their expertise and learn from each other, facilitating peer feedback on product ideas and beta launches. I'm going to take some guesses at what ChatGPT may say about this, right? So, how can you solve this using what you love to do? So if you're somebody that knows how to break down tech stuff so it's not so scary, maybe you approach offering DCT to your target audience by showing them on lives how to use Canva. And then your offer to them is to take the learning experience further with like-minded people by joining DCT. Or maybe you approach offering DCT, or you position DCT as a way to help people build their confidence, and you show them how, and then you invite them to join DCT through you, right? And you keep 100% of the profit. All right. You can do this with any MRR resource. You just have to know what the value of the MRR product is to you. What does it mean to you? How can you approach it with what you like to do, what you understand? All right. Or you can be a community builder. A community builder, you bring like minded people together, you let them know the value of the MRR resource that you have, then you invite them to join. All right. So the question, it says, which of these solutions feels most exciting to you? Once we hone in on what resonates, we'll brainstorm what you can create in step 4. If you don't like any of these, you can say, please provide 3 more ideas. I don't like these. Go ahead and send it. Now, with the human coach, they may not be able to come up with more ideas, but because this is AI, it has ideas for days, right? So it's gave us 3 new ideas. So be the big picture strategist. Help them map out a step-by-step plan to turn their expertise into a sustainable business model, right? You don't necessarily have to be the person to do this. You can share information that you found over in DCT, explain to them what it means, and then tell them if they want to do a deep dive, or if they want a coach or a mentor, they want to be in a community, then they can join DCT. Be the legacy builder. Appeal to their desire to leave a lasting impact by helping them package their knowledge into something timeless: a book, a course, or a mentorship program. Frame it as building a legacy, not just a product. And that's why I say digital generational wealth, because DCT is not just about making money quick or trying to quit your 9 to 5. None of the what is it? The surface type things. The things that I want to help people with in DCT, they will last many lifetimes, not just the one you're living in, right? So you can help people become legacy builders. Why it works? This taps into their deeper motivations and pride in their career, making the process feel meaningful rather than transactional. And this is where the icky part for a lot of people may be coming from. So you'll see someone offering an MRR product, and it's always sell, 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 sell. And that transactional, that's the word that you guys, the thing that you see people doing. Their interaction with people is so transactional that they don't think about providing value and then giving people the option to join or not. You are the value. Your brain is the value. You allow people to be sold to later on. They may be fine with what you're offering, right? Which is great, which can help you build your know, like, and trust in the space. Then you can offer them access to the MRR course. All right. Momentum maker. Focus on helping them build momentum by creating quick wins. Help them launch their first product, even something small like a checklist or mini course, to prove to themselves they can succeed. How can you do this, DCT? You're in DCT, you're part of my community. You can use this Finish What You Start GPT to help them do just that, right? Help them figure out a framework to go from idea to actual digital download product. Just show them how to do it with this GPT. All right. And then you can say things to them like, oh, if you want more GPTs, you can come over to DCT and we'll show you how to turn, or they have access to a bunch of AI coaches. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and say, which one do I want to use? Oh, I want to do this. Um, let's see here. I want to help people. I want to make sure I word this right. I want to help parents create a legacy for their children by building a digital portfolio of digital assets like ebooks, art, and more. Let's go ahead and send that. So you don't have to choose any of these. You can type in what you want to do. And here it is, Legacy Creation Workshop Series. What is it? A guided workshop series where parents learn how to create and compile digital assets into a cohesive portfolio for their children. The Digital Legacy Blueprint Toolkit. What is it? A downloadable and customizable resource kit for parents to build their digital portfolios at their own pace. And Legacy Platform for Families, a dedicated platform where parents can create, store, and share their digital portfolio with their children and generations, right? I'm going to go ahead and go with two, I think. And the reason why I want to go with two is because you can create digital download products and then put your upsell of DCT inside of that digital download product. So the people come over, they pay a cost for your digital blueprint kit, or you give it away for free because your goal may be to bring them over to DCT or even to the DCT Accelerator program, or maybe to DWA, or maybe to UBC, is whatever it is for you. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and read through this. So what it includes, easy to use templates for ebooks. And y'all make sure y'all tap the screen, all right? I want to make sure that you guys are still there with me, all right? Tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen, all right? Video tutorials for beginner-friendly tools like Canva, Procreate, Yap, why it works. Busy parents can work on portfolio on their own schedule and still create something meaningful without scratch for. Okay, great. We're going to go ahead and paste that there, hit enter. Now it's going to acknowledge my input. And now it's telling me, here's how you can structure that toolkit to provide maximum value and simplicity for your audience. So the templates to make creating easy. Provide ready-made, customizable templates that parents can tweak to fit their personal legacy projects. Oh, I like that. Personal legacy projects. So those of you that belong to DCT and you want to create a irresistible offer of DCT to your target audience, create a package where they can or create a project, a personal legacy project. So you can create ebooks, templates with placeholders for text, photos, and captions. Think family memoirs or life lessons for my kids. Photo books, layouts for creating digital scrapbooks, including themes like family milestones or childhood memories, digital art displays, family recipes, step by step. I'm going to tell it, no, this isn't my vision. My vision is to create digital downloads that I can sell and then give access to those digital assets to my children. I need a way to organize these, to organize the digital assets. Let's see what it comes up with. All right. It says, now I see where you're heading. Your vision is both entrepreneurial and legacy focused. You want to create and sell digital downloads while also ensuring your children can access those digital assets as part of a long-term legacy. Let's refine the digital legacy blueprint toolkit into something more aligned with your goals. So here's a plan. What can you create? Here's a reimagined version of your vision. a collection of marketable digital downloads. Create a catalog of high value digital products that you can sell to a broader audience while curating these for your family's legacy. Examples: digital products you could create: ebooks, art packs, digital journals or planners, courses, or tutorials. You can create a legacy vault for organizing digital assets. Create a system to store and pass these assets to your children securely. What this vault could include: folders by theme or product, instruction file, access plan includes passwords, platform logins, and guidance on monetizing or sharing the assets further. Options for setting it up: you can set it up on Google Drive, a Dropbox, iCloud to keep everything centralized. Create a private website or digital archive using platforms like Notion or Squarespace. Store on a secure external hard drive or USB with duplicates kept safe. Sell digital downloads while building the legacy. Market your products now so you generate income while simultaneously curating these assets for your children. Your sales platforms could include Etsy, but Etsy, you cannot hand down Etsy platforms. If something happens to you, then your Etsy platform has to be closed, right? But what you can do is create a trust and put the Etsy platform into that trust. So whoever has access to that trust has access to that Etsy platform. Gumroad, right? Your own website. How this ties to your legacy. Each sale not only generates income, but adds to the story of your success, showing your children the value of creativity and entrepreneurship. Sheesh, this is huge because I think a lot of us don't understand the value of creativity and entrepreneurship, and not because anything is wrong with us, but we've been conditioned to believe more in a 9 to 5 than we have in our God-given talents, and also in using those talents to help other people. All right. You can leave detailed records of how to continue selling or expand these products if you choose. Step 5, how will you create it? Here's where we get tactical. What tools will you use for creating your downloads? Would it be Canva, Procreate, or Adobe for designs? Teachable or Loom for courses or video tutorials? What platform will you use for organizing the legacy vault? It says, let me know. So the tool that I'm going to use is Canva. The way that I'm going to store it is Google Drive. Go ahead and send it. It's going to acknowledge my input. It says perfect choices. Canva is excellent for creating your digital downloads, and Google Drive is a reliable and accessible way to organize and store your digital assets for both selling and legacy building. Let's map out exactly how to set this up. So now we're going to get into setting up our project. So how will you create it? Create digital downloads using Canva. Here's a simple workflow for designing and preparing your assets for sale and legacy storage. Define your products, your ebooks. Use Canva's ebook templates to design beautiful professional layouts. Planners: create a productivity planner, family recipe book, or daily journal. Digital art packs bundle, custom design art pieces or illustrations. And then I have it set up to go directly to these different tools. So the Canva ebook templates, it'll take you right to all the Canva ebook templates. Let me go back. And the GPT was set up like this on purpose to help you guys navigate to these different places. So let me click this one, but it didn't let me click this one or this one, which is fine. It says design and optimize. Start with the template, then customize it with your personal branding. Export as a PDF or PNG. Add your licensing details. Organize and store digital assets in Google Drive. It's telling you how to do that. Products folder setup. Create a clear folder structure. Products for sale. Subfolders for each product. Include marketing assets like product mockups, social media images, and sales copy. For a legacy vault, subfolders for each category: ebooks for kids, art, legacy, recipes, and family memories. Legacy instructions: what's in the folder, how your children can access and use them, guidance on continuing or monetizing the assets via Etsy and Gumroad. Sell your products and build your legacy. So selling your products on these different websites, marketing tips. Your next steps start by creating your first product in Canva. Which one excites you the most? Ebooks, planners, and digital art. Set up the folder structure on Google Drive. It says, let me know if you need any help. Pick a selling platform to launch your product and start sharing it. Let's get you rolling. Which part do you want to dive into first? Well, the very first part I wanted to do is to give me the links for these. Okay, I'm going to say, I got to copy it first. Command C, Command V. I'm going to say, oh shoot, I didn't mean to hit enter. I meant to hit shift. All right, so are they clickable now? Nope, still not clickable. Can you provide the entire URL for the templates? The links are not clickable. Go ahead and send it. So it should go ahead and give me the complete URL for each one. Yep. So now if I want to see the planner templates that are in Canva, I can just copy this and just paste it. And it'll come to all the planner templates that are here in Canva. Same thing with, let's see here, art and design templates. I don't know what that looks like. I've never seen that. Let me paste that here. Push it through. And there are all the templates for that. So you guys can the template, and then you can start building your digital download products from here. If you decide to sell what you have and you decide to move it out of Canva, sure you make a lot of edits to those templates and don't use them just as they are. All right. So let's see here. What was the question that it asks? Which part do you want to do a dive into? I'm going to do this. I'm going to say, I want to use this idea to attract people to DCT, but I don't know how. Go ahead and send it. Let's see what it says. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, how to use digital legacies to attract people to DCT. Position DCT as a perfect partner for legacy creation. Frame DCT as the ideal solution for helping people build their digital legacies. Emphasize practical benefits. DCT equips them with tools, templates, and skills to create and organize digital assets efficiently. Emotional resonance. Show how DCT enables them to leave something meaningful for their families with generating income. Create free value to hook your audience. A free legacy starter guide. How to build a digital legacy that lasts. That's a webinar. You can do a challenge. Create your first legacy asset in 7 days, right? And what you can do with the challenge is every day for the next 7 days, you run a simple social media or email-based challenge to help people create one digital asset like an ebook or art display, or maybe you help them get their Google Drive squared away. Day 1, we're going to go ahead and sign up for Google. I'm going to show you how to sign up for Google. Day 2, we're going to learn how to create folders. I'm going to show you where to go to create folders. Day 3, we're going to go ahead and plan out the folders we want to have, and we want to set everything up. Day 4, we're going to create instructions on how to use this Google Drive. Maybe we have passwords attached to it, the email, whatever we use to be able to log into it, and we're going to set that up in a way where people can have access to it, right? So I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying, right? Each set for 7 days, you show them how to set up their first legacy asset by helping them set up their Google Drive, right? And each day at the end of your conversation or during your conversation, you work in DCT some way, or you work in DWA, or you work in UBC, right? So they're still getting value without having to buy anything, which is huge, which is huge. Because if people feel like they can get value from you without having to pay for it, it builds the know, like, and trust. And if you understand that there is no ceiling and there is no floor to the amount of content that you create, then you'll understand that you can create for days without running out of ideas. All right. Showcase real-world examples and testimonials. People love seeing tangible results. Highlight your own legacy portfolio. Stories from DCT members. If others in DCT have created meaningful digital products, showcase their work in testimonials. Before and after spotlights show the transformation of raw ideas into polished digital assets, emphasizing how DCT makes it possible. Build a campaign to connect legacy creation with DCT, right? Craft a marketing message that ties the emotional value of legacy building to the practical benefits of joining DCT. So, social media content ideas. Your story matters. Let DCT help you preserve it forever. What will your children cherish in 10 years? Start building your digital legacy today with DCT. Imagine turning your passion into something your kids will treasure forever. Join DCT to make it real, right? Social media content. Email campaign example. Build a legacy your kids will love. That's the subject, the body. Share the idea of creating ebooks, art, and more for both income and your family's future. Highlight DCT as a place to learn how. Call to action, that's what CTA stands for. Link to join DCT or sign up for your free guide webinar challenge. All right. Focus on community. Frame DCT not just as a resource hub, but as a community where people can share ideas, get feedback, and feel supported. Emphasize collaboration opportunities to brainstorm digital legacy ideas, mentorship to guide them through challenges, the satisfaction of creating alongside like-minded individuals. It says, let's pick a starting point. What's your preferred way to get started? Do you want to create a freebie? Do you want to build a marketing message or campaign? Do you want to develop social proof? I'm going to go ahead and say, let's create a freebie. So our freebie, we can offer that to people, people that are watching our lives. Maybe we provide a link somewhere in a chat, in our profile somewhere where they can click the link to get the freebie. So it says, choose the freebie format. Do you want it to be a guide? The title can be Build Your Digital Legacy, a quick start guide to creating meaningful assets for your family and beyond. Why it works: simple, actionable, and packed with tips they can implement right away. Content outline, the intro, why building a digital legacy matters, steps to create their first asset, how to organize a digital legacy using tools like Google Drive, and a call to action. Join DCT for expert mentorship and resources. Or you can do a webinar, or you can do the challenge, right? So I didn't even this. Okay, so it's shoot. This is how it says do the challenge. Maybe the challenge is a 5-day digital legacy challenge. Maybe you know what you guys can do if you wanted to, because a lot of people may be off work during this time. So maybe maybe your Christmas Day gift to people is to show them how to give the gift of digital assets to their children, right? And you help them for the next 5 days come up with a way to create this resource for their children, right? So day 1, define your legacy project. Day 2, brainstorm content and collect assets. And you do this with ChatGPT. You can literally copy this entire thing out of here, put it into ChatGPT, and just tell ChatGPT, help me work this out. Do it live. Just work through ChatGPT live, and it can help people understand how they can complete the challenge. All right. Number 2, it says create the freebie content. Here's how to bring your freebie to life. For a guide, use Canva's ebook templates to design a visually appealing PDF. Keep it concise, only 5 pages, 5 to 10 pages, with actionable steps and visuals. End with a section about DCT, what it offers, and why they should join. The webinar, create a simple slide deck in Canva or Google Slides. Outline key points and prepare a demo of Canva or another tool to show value. Practice delivering your pitch. How DCT can help them take the next step. For a challenge, write daily emails or posts with instructions for each day's task. Create a checklist or template to help participants stay on track. Host live check-ins or a wrap-up session to keep energy high, and then pitch DCT. When you're ready to promote your freebie, share posts like, want to start building a digital legacy for your family? Join my free challenge, guide, or webinar. Include eye-catching graphics made in Canva. Email list. Write a friendly, inviting email introducing the freebie and the value it offers. DCT tie-in. In the freebie, mention DCT multiple times as the best place to learn more and get mentorship. Add links to join DCT, or you can schedule a consultation for people. So the next step is going to help me with is to choose a freebie. What do I want to do? Which one excites you the most? Do you want to do a guide, a webinar, or a challenge? Once we decide, I can help you outline it in more detail or provide a script template to get started. I'm going to go ahead and say, run me a guide. Uh-oh, I didn't spell guide right. It says excellent choice. It's writing the guide. Build your digital legacy, a quick start guide to creating meaningful assets for your family and beyond. Structure of the guide, 5 to 7 pages. The cover page, title of the guide, your name and tagline. Include a visually appealing image like a family photo album, a digital art board, or a personal touch. The introduction, why a digital legacy matters. Share the emotional and practical importance of creating digital assets for future generations. The example opening for your ebook. Imagine passing down a collection of your life's most meaningful lessons, stories, and creations to your children, something they can cherish and share with their own families. This guide will show you how to start building your digital legacy today. Briefly introduce DCT in this role. With the right tools and support, like those available in the DCT community, you can create digital assets that last a lifetime. Choose your first legacy project: a family storybook, a collection of personal art, a recipe book. So, a family storybook, you can use Canva to write down your stories. You can use, who is it? You can use 11 Labs to create an audio book of your story. You can use Midjourney ChatGPT to create art of your story or for your story. You can create a collection of art. You can write a recipe book with cherished family dishes, right? Include a short exercise. What's one story, skill, or creation you'd love to share with your children? Write it down here. Number 4, step 2, design your legacy asset using Canva. Visit Canva, start, search for relevant templates, customize with images and text, export as a PDF or PNG. 3, organize and preserve your assets with the Google Drive. Then call to action, join DCT, need more guidance and support, join the DCT community to access expert mentorship, ready to use templates, and a supportive group of like-minded creatives. Provide a link or QR code to join DCT or learn more. Your final page is a personal note. Next steps, create the guide in Canva using an ebook template. The link is there. Add personal touches, promote your guide. Would you like help drafting content for any specific section or tips for designing in Canva? I'm going to say, I would like you to write the ebook in its entirety. As a matter of fact, let me just do this and copy this. I'm going to show you guys something really cool. So the other GPTs that you may have, if you hold the Shift key and hit the number 2 to select at, you can, let's see here, see if it'll let me see at, there we go. If you hold the Shift key, hit the number 2, you can pull up other GPTs. When you pull up other GPTs, maybe you have a GPT that writes ebooks for you, and the GPT is already filled with system instructions that tell the GPT how to create the ebook for you, right? It's taking a little bit of time to pull up. Let me go ahead and do that. And I'm going to do, there we go. So now if I have a GPT that writes ebooks, I do. There's an ebook creator. Let's create, I'm going to use my GPT Write Guide. Since this one has system instructions built inside of it, Write Guide GPT, then that means when I paste this, I would like you to write the ebook in its entirety. It's going to jump into the system instructions for this GPT, and it's still going to acknowledge this GPT. So this is like having 2 employees working on one project. So I'm going to go ahead and send it. And now it's searching the knowledge for the Write Guide GPT. And the Write Guide GPT, like I said, is a GPT that I created. Or I didn't tell you guys this. I created this GPT to write ebooks. All right. Now it's saying to create an entire ebook for your idea, we'll need to align the content structure with your goals of creating digital assets that will be a part of a legacy, as well as a product for sale. Based on the themes we've discussed and the examples in the files provided, I'll draft the structure and introductory content for your ebook. The draft will serve as a foundation to build upon, right? So this GPT is set up to give you a title, table of contents, and then break everything down like this. So let's see here. The title it gave us is Legacy Builder, a guide to creating, organizing, and selling digital assets for generations. The table of contents, it has given me 7 chapters. Chapter 1, here's the introduction. And then it says, would you like me to proceed with drafting a specific chapter? I'm going to say yes. Please proceed by writing the entire book. Go ahead and send it. And it may pause and you may have to tell it to continue creating, but we're going to see what it does. So Legacy Builder, a guide to creating, organizing, and selling digital assets for generations. There's a table of contents. There's chapter 1. There's chapter 2. There's chapter 3. All right. We got 4. We got 5, 6, 7. All right. I'm going to say great job. Now include a CTA to join DCT using this link, right? So those of you that have DCT set up on your own website as an MRR resource, use that link. Those of you that are using it as an affiliate option, use your affiliate link. All right. So the link I'm going to use is my bit.ly. Oh no, I'm going to use my www.learnwithdct.com. Go ahead and send it. And here's a revised call to action, the conclusion. Let's see here, the conclusion, chapter 7. There it is. It wrote it all out for me. Now I can go ahead and tell it to rewrite, or I usually do this. I say, I know you can do better. Please rewrite the ebook. Go ahead and send it. It's going to go ahead and rewrite the entire ebook, right? I can take this information and drop it into ChatGPT. Not ChatGPT. I could drop it into Canva, or I could take it over to a space called Gamma and have it write Gamma.app. I'm using a paid version of Gamma, but you can do this with a free version of Gamma. You can also use the GPT that you see me using to create the ebook for free. All right. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now what I'm going to do, well, first I will read through everything, make any edits I need to make, take this entire write-up, drop it into something called Gamma. And this is, you can do this for free, like I said. I'm going to select Create New, paste in text, paste all of that text from ChatGPT. I can create a web page. So if I wanted to create a website, I can do that, right? So creating a website will help you offer your link to DCT as a website and not as a document. So what you could do is in your profile on TikTok, in your profile on Facebook, in any messages that you share, you can share that website with people while you're talking to them, right? Instead of having them download an ebook. I'm going to go ahead and select Continue for the web page. And over here, I can tell it to preserve the information. Don't generate anything new. Don't condense it. Any images I wanted to use, I like it to use stock photos. Now, this is where the pay version comes in, right? You can choose stock photos and different things like that. All right. If I hit generate, then I can say writing for, tell it who my target audience is, the tone, right? For their families, featuring African American images, right? Because your target audience may be African American people and you want them to see themselves creating this product because representation matters. All right. Stock photos, web page, detailed, hit continue. And what it's going to do is come up with the theme. It's going to pick a theme, right? Or it's going to give you an option to pick a theme. I'm going to go ahead and go with this theme and select generate. Then from there, it's going to build my website for me. It's building out my website, right? I got links or boxes here that I can add links to. You see that? Hyperlinks in here. Organizing your digital, and you can just pull up your own website and talk through it. Talk through it, right? It says join DCT. Your legacy starts here, your first step. Then you would go through this and you would make edits to it. Like you would go ahead and put your link here. So if I wanted to do www.learningwithdct.com, hit enter, take your first step. Anywhere I want to add a link, maybe here, I'll go ahead and put www.learningwithdct.com. Maybe right here, learn more. Maybe I'll do a free ebook, right? It already put the link here for Learning with DCT. Up here, I can add my little widget if I want to. I can generate an image. I can upload an image. So when people, it's like a thumbnail. So I can add my thumbnail to the page. So put my little picture there and then go ahead and select replace. Oh, put my little picture there. Go back. All right, there we go. There is my picture. It's up there in the corner now. Maybe I add a button where they can join right away or grab the free ebook to learn more. And then once I'm done, I hit publish. I do not have to leave out of the site to publish this website. Once I select publish, I can view the site. When I select view the site, then when people click on the links that are provided, but I have to go through and edit them, they'll be able to go, they'll be redirected to wherever I want them to go. And all of the animations, like the swipe ups and the slides and all that stuff, the system came up with that. So just like that, I got an entire website. Got an entire website where I can share this with people. All right. So let's go back to recap. Let's go back. Especially for those that just joined us today. When you are creating digital download products and you find yourself not making any sales, it's probably because you started creating in the wrong direction. A lot of people create with where's that? A lot of people start with creating the thing before knowing who to create the thing for. So I created a 5-step creative framework in this GPT that can help you go from idea to completion. So the framework starts like this. Who are you creating for? Right? Not creating the art first. The art is beautiful, yes, but you have to know who you're creating for. Then after you know who you're creating for, you have to know what pain point are you solving for them. Then you can take what you like to do, know how to do, any of your skills, tie that together. So how can you solve it using what you love to do, it being the pain point? Then what can you create to solve the pain point, right? And then how will you create it using your tool stack? So what does this look like? If I'm creating wall art, I'm not going to start creating a wall art first. What I'm going to do is say, who am I creating for? If my target audience are parents of babies and they need nursery wall art, maybe they want nursery wall art that is vibrant and colorful, but they want something that is, they can personalize it, right? So maybe I want to create for parents who want wall art where they can put their baby's name on a wall art. What pain point am I solving for them? I'm giving them the ability to create, or I'm creating something that can help solve the pain point of personalized art for people who are looking for those things, right? And then How can I use what I love to do? Well, I love to use Midjourney. I can use Midjourney to create the art. I like to use Canva, so I can bring it all together with Canva. Right? And then what am I offering to them? I'm offering them wall art in various sizes so they can print an 8 by 10, 16 by 20, 18 by 25, 24 by 36, 36 by 48, whatever size. And what's my tool stack? I'll be using Canva, Midjourney, and maybe ChatGPT to come up with the prompts, right? So a lot of people will start creating the nursery art, but don't know who they're creating it for. Always start with who you're creating for, and how you can help them. All right. So DCT, this is your. Let me go to the school platform. Go to DCT. DCT. This I have the 12 days of Christmas. Day 10 is this GPT that I just shared today. But day 1, 2, and all the way through 9, you guys already have 9 things that I've given to you. 2 GPTs to help you find any bestseller on Etsy, and also a menopause GPT where you can create a suite of digital downloads that help people address menopause, or you address menopause, right? TikTok live banners. Those of you that are on TikTok right now, you see my face on the screen with the message and saying, join me on YouTube. I gave them the templates for that. 4x6 calendars, so that way they can create printable desk calendars. TV wall art, you can turn your art into TV art where people cast it to their TVs and use their TVs as wall art instead of hanging things on a wall. Manifestation newspaper article, it's a Canva template. AI to Etsy ebook with PLR rights, a digital notebook template, and 150 motivational coloring page prompts for ideogram. If you guys are really paying attention over in DCT, I am literally, this is the 12 days of Christmas. It is literally your 2025, because you know everything that I do, I always do my market research, right? It is literally your 2025 guide to creating digital download products. You can pick one and just move along with those, right? So day 10 will be this GPT. So what do these things look like? Let's go into them. So say, for instance, you want to create 4x6 calendars. I put everything in the classroom so that way you can grab what you need from the classroom. So this is our Canva module in the classroom. So what is Canva? How to create a planner in Canva, Canva elements to check out, from AI art to sticker using Canva, how to design a composition notebook in Canva, gradient word art tutorial, intro to Canva's Dream Lab, the TikTok Live templates, 2025 4x6 printable calendars, the Vision Board newspaper Canva template. They get that too. And then the digital notebook template. This is something that I gave you guys, I think yesterday. So with this, what you guys can do is create digital notebooks, right? So if you wanted to, let's do file, let's do make a copy. We don't want to edit the original. So we just made a copy. We can come over to our images, right? And we can drag and drop our images right onto the page. Scroll up, we got another one here. Drag and drop right onto the page. We can even change the color of this little banner here, or this little strip. Select edit, then come over to adjust, come down here, select the purple, and then we can move the hue and saturation tool up and down to get different colors for our little cute little addition there. This one doesn't have the spirals on it. So if I go to uploads, I can go ahead and add an image to it, and then I can change this out. Then down here are your terms of use. Then I give you guys a 2025 calendar, right? You can drag and drop your art right into place. Then you get all of these pages. You get all of these pages, and you can offer this as a digital download product. Let me show you what mine looks like. So I'm gonna close out of here. Let me go home. And my example what I'm using for myself looks like this. So I have this, come on, clear it up. There we go. I have this notebook that I created myself that I'm using in GoodNotes. or will be using GoodNotes because it's set up for 2025. So each one of these little sheets I can write on. The color can be changed. All I did was added a paper design on top of it, turn the transparency down, and then change the color of, let's see, all, change the color, let's see here, of the paper. Change all like that. And then I can move this back into position middle center. Nope, not that one. This, there we go, middle center, right? So now I have that. So I have all of these pages that I can use for a digital notebook. And you can sell digital notebooks. Now, you guys know how I said that the things that I'm offering to you, I always do my market research. This is how I do my market research. So I'll head over to, as a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's go back to school. Let's go ahead and go to, where are the bestsellers on Etsy? Bestsellers, we'll click that. And then we're going to click the bestsellers. And this GPT will be renamed DCT. So I'm going to share it here, but it will be renamed. All right. So stay tuned for that. Click that. And then the Creative Market Pro GPT that I created generates customized search links for Etsy to help sellers discover best-selling products and trends. Select the button. It's going to search as knowledge. It's going to acknowledge our input. And it's going to ask us to find the best-selling products in your niche on Etsy. I can help you create a custom Etsy search link. To get started, you could you clarify the niche or product type you're interested in? Here are a few examples to guide your response. I am searching for digital notebooks for use with GoodNotes. That's what I want to offer to people. But the digital notebook can be used for other things too, all right? Or with other application, not just GoodNotes. We got stuff like Xenia and other applications. It says, great choice, digital notebooks for use. Or did you guys know that you can use notebooks in Canva? Canva has the ability for you to write inside of the books. All right, great choice, digital notebooks for use with GoodNotes are a trending niche to refine your search. Could you tell me more about what you're looking for? So here are some examples. Specific styles or features. Do you prefer minimalist designs, academic layouts, or themed? I'm going to say African American. All right. Bestsellers. Yes, best sellers. And GoodNotes. All right. So when I do that, hit enter. It's going to acknowledge my input and then provide me with the link that I can use to search for bestsellers, African American themed, GoodNotes compatibility, and an instant download. Copy the code, go over to a new URL or upload the URL into a new instance. And now I can see the different African American digital notebooks that are in the bestseller and digital download category. And it's bringing up all types of things. I can see that is consistent bestseller, popular now, bestseller, popular now, bestseller, popular now, right? Then what I'll do is come over to product analytics using Everbee. So product analytics, I'm going to go ahead and see the monthly revenue and filter down by shop age if I can. Can I still do shop name, price, monthly sales, total sales, reviews, listing age? Oh, they took off shop age. Okay. So we're just going to do this manually. So this digital planner notebook, 31 months old. We don't like that one. We're going to look at one that is 1 month old. This one is 1 month old, which means they made $942 last month. We're going to view this on Etsy. Oh, and all they're selling is paper. That's it. That's all. Wow. Interesting. Just paper designs. And they made $942 last month. Let's take a look at their organized by Joe. Let's see who Joe is. So Joe does notebook designs. Oh, look at that. A to Z notebook. And Joe doesn't have a lot of products. And Joe is making some money. Let's do product analytics. Yeah, Joe's making money. This is all his shop. So Joe made $2,791 on one product, 2,200, and his shop is young. The oldest product is 9 months old, 10 months, 10 months old. Yeah, so that's a nice piece of change. I don't know about y'all, but 3,000, 5,000, 7,000, 8, 9, 10 grand a month more in selling digital assets like this. All right. So you guys can totally do that. And I gave DCT the tools to be able to do that along with TV wall art, right? So if we do TV wall art, we're going to do another chat. This time I want to search for, so this is how I come up with what to offer you guys for 12 days of Christmas. I don't just shoot from the hip. I make sure that it's stuff that people are actually looking for. So I'm going to do TV art, bestsellers, instant downloads. You can do this for physical products too. It works for physical products as well. I set it up for digital downloads, but I found that it works for physical products as well. So if you want to find what's trending, you can. So TV art, bestsellers, there's my link, right? I'm going to go ahead and copy the link, go back to Etsy, paste the link. Here's all the popular TV art. TV art, like I said, is just an image that is cast to YouTube or to a TV, right? Or uploaded to YouTube and cast to a TV. Let's do product analytics and see what they made for TV art. So for TV art, $6,944. Look at this one though. 1 month. Oh, they're all relatively young. $4,641. Let's look here. Neutral Christmas. Let's look at this one, Samsung TV art view on Etsy. So they are selling, how many images are they selling? Is it just one? And they made $900? Just the one. Just the one. And what you do, people cast it to their TV and they use it as TV wall art. If we go over to YouTube, youtube.com is Blog Reviews Connect. It's probably because I'm on a live right now. youtube.com. Let me see here. See if I can do that. You don't want to let me in? All right. So YouTube doesn't want to let me in. All right. So let me try from another. I'm going to try on my other one here. See if I can swipe it over. There we go. Of course you let me do it here. There we go. So there's YouTube. So if we come over to TV art, you can see that people are searching for TV art. And then we can we'll select this one. This is so a person would just take and open up YouTube on their TV and just play this. There's no sound to it. There's no sound. They got 1 million views and their site is monetized. How do I know their site is monetized? Because they can sell from their site. If you can sell from your site is monetized. Now, they are offering prints of the TV wall art because not everybody wants the TV wall art. They may want to have it put right on their site, right? So people can purchase from their site, all right? For mine, I'm going to come down to TV wall art. I have TV wall art with no sound and TV wall art with sound. No sound looks like this. You click on it and it's just pictures that people can have on their TV, right? And because my site is monetized, you can purchase from my site. So if you wanted to join DCT from my YouTube channel, you click it and it's going to redirect you to DCT, where you can join a top AI community on School. So if we go back to School and we search Discover Communities and we type DCT, no, we're not. We're going to type AI. We type AI, we scroll through, we see on the first page, there's DCT. Out of thousands of schools, we're ranked number 39 in business. We're ranked number 39 in business, and we are ranked 369, number 12 for AI, All right. So we're very serious about what we're offering to you guys over in DCT. So if you're interested in joining, you can go up to my profile and click the link, or you can go ahead and visit, and this is for YouTube, www.learnwithdct.com/join DCT. Let me check my work. Always check your work. Copy this, and I'm going to check the link. There we go. And then when you come over here, we have two learning options: DCT Fundamentals, which is AI for beginners; DCT Accelerator, which is AI for advanced users. You click on either one of the boxes, and it will redirect you to where you can grab the link to join DCT. If you choose to join DCT Accelerator, then DCT Accelerator comes along with DCT Fundamentals. So DCT Accelerator is for those that want to take their AI learning further. The classroom is hosted on Teachable. Even though the community is on School, all the materials are on Teachable to make it easy for you guys to access the information. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put that link into YouTube. So if you want to join, come through. If you're not ready, no worries, right? You always want to work from a place of alignment. I had somebody ask me, say this, I already know Midjourney and ChatGPT. I don't think it's worth it for me to join DCT. Y'all want to know what my answer to that person was? It's not. It's not worth it to join DCT. If that is how you feel, then that's your truth. If you feel like you're not good enough, that's the truth. If you feel like other people are better than you, then that's the truth. What you feel and what you think is your truth, right? It doesn't have to be that way. You can shift your mindset. But if somebody comes to me, and you guys can take this as advice, if somebody comes to me and say, well, I don't think it's worth it to do this, that, or the other. All right, great. Don't do it. You don't have to. You don't have to. What I offer to you, or what I offer, is not for you, and that is totally okay. It's totally okay if it's not for you. All right. Now, I am a certified AI consultant, and people ask me this question all the time. Where can I go to become an AI consultant? You can come here, click the button, become an AI consultant. All right. So join DCT. I look forward to connecting with you guys. This live will remain up, and a link to this will be placed in DCT along with the link for the GPT. All right. If you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to head out of here. Just checking questions. See if anybody has any questions. All right. So TikTok, nothing. YouTube, nothing. All right. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will holler at you later.